Godfall is the first game where we have cast iron confirmation of a PS5 exclusive launch title. Godfall, which is currently being created by Borderlands developer Gearbox in cahoots with Counterplay Games, a studio that worked on God of War, has been officially confirmed for holiday 2020, and is the first in what its developer calls a new genre of video game, a looter slasher. The loot slasher works by merging the loot to win mechanics of Borderlands, with a good dollop of old-fashioned player skill to win, with gamers rewarded for playing well and not just reliant on talentless grinding for great gear in order to progress. We're thinking that great in-game items will no doubt help with in-game progression, but if you play well then you'll progress faster and most likely get access to even better gear, which will obviously give the hero in question bragging rights. Watch Dogs: Legion is a sequel to Watch Dogs 2, which was set in San Francisco. Legion is set in a near-future post-Brexit London where private organizations take control. The big pull to this game is that you can recruit any NPC and play as them as they join your resistance. We have not seen anything new from Watch Dogs: Legion since its initial reveal last E3, which is quickly approaching a year. Fans quite rightly are worried. This has been labeled as Ubisoft's biggest innovation yet with an open world, and to not see anything new is very strange. Very little was known about Outriders, an ambitious-looking RPG co-op from People Can Fly and Square Enix, until its recent launch trailer. Set on a world called ENIX, humanity has attempted to colonize the world, but unleashed something terrible in the process. Naturally, a trio of heroes combine superpowers with sci-fi weaponry to fight humanity's corner. Described as a co-op RPG shooter for a new generation, the combination of gameplay styles here is sure to be quite unique. Any RPG property from Square Enix, the creators of the incredible Final Fantasy series, is sure to at least turn heads, but how the co-op, action-orientated gameplay is going to work remains a mystery. Rainbow Six: Quarantine is a 3-player co-op PvE shooter. It'll be made by a different development team to that of Siege, though it shares a lot of the same DNA as it's built on the same engine. Quarantine will have operators with different abilities, confirmed by the appearance of both Ella and Vigil in the trailer. It also looks to have a focus on destroying mutants, similar to the Outbreak event in Rainbow Six Siege. It's unclear if those levels are part of the new game, and had a structure similar to Left 4 Dead. Ella and Vigil were not part of this original event, so would be new additions in this game mode. Polish developer CD Projekt Red changed the RPG landscape with its breathtaking The Witcher series, and it's now putting all that experience to use creating its own take on the classic, Blade Runner-esque dystopian future. Not only does it feature the one and only Keanu Reeves, yes, actual Keanu, the game will also feature one of the deepest customization systems we've even seen, even going as far as enabling you to carefully construct the components of your gender and genitalia, from gunfights to races. It looks like the Polish studio wants to create its very own take on the GTA formula, only infused with the strudling chops that made The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt such an incredible experience. Ubisoft debuted a short trailer for its next action-packed game, Gods and Monsters, at last year's E3. Not due to hit shelves until 2021, the game will see you take control of an as-yet unnamed female hero to battle mythological monsters in what looks to be a stylized ancient Greece. The stories of the ancient gods and their misadventures has existed through generations of storytellers and audiences, said senior producer Mark Alexis Cote. They have shaped our dreams, inspiring us to build something new. Intriguing. Although we've only seen broken marble pillars and harpy-esque creatures so far, could we dive into other mythologies over the course of the game, perhaps visiting the gods of Egypt, matching wits with China's Monkey King, or battling giants in Asgard? Talking of games with potential release dates that line up with the rumored release window for the PS5, the next game in Bethesda Game Studios' Elder Scrolls franchise, Elder Scrolls 6, is one of the biggest and most anticipated. The fourth game in the series, The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, was released in 2006, and then the fifth game in the series, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, was released 5 years later in 2011. As such, that would indicate that we are now well overdue a new Elder Scrolls game and, considering the series' penchant for wide open worlds and spectacular draw distances, there would be no better system to run it than a Picosecond 5. Ninja Theory has announced Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, the follow-up to 2017's Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. It will be one of the first games to use Microsoft's smart delivery technology that gives you access to the best version of the game on whichever system you're playing on, and it's been confirmed that the game will be available on both Xbox Series X and PC, as is the case with many of Microsoft's exclusives. In Senua's Sacrifice, Senua travels through Helheim, the underworld of Norse mythology, in a quest to rescue the soul of her dead lover, Dillion, from the goddess Hela. All the while, battling her own hallucinations and undead warriors who reside there. Since Ghost of Tsushima's gameplay was shown off in an amazing trailer at E3 last year, we've literally been praying to the gaming gods that it gets a Picosecond 5 launch. Now chances are the Samurai Epic, which sees the player take control of Samurai Jin Sakai during the 1274 CE Mongol invasion of Japan, will launch first on PS4, as it was first announced way back in 2017. However, since the trailer launch last year, developer Sucker Punch has gone very quiet, fueling rumors that the game is being prepared for a dual PS4 and PS5 release. In a post-E3 2019 interview with Dying Light developer Techland, the game maker confirmed to WCCFTECH that the plan since the beginning of production has been to make Dying Light 2 a cross-generation title. And, considering that the title is already confirmed for PC, Xbox One and PS4, that seems to pretty much confirm that we can expect to see a Picosecond 5 version of the game. And especially considering the title is due to be launched next year, which is when the PlayStation 5 is set for release.